I want to show you some of the latest video coming into us from California of the fight against a wildfire raging just north of Los Angeles. This is the mountain fire, and you can see helicopters have been playing a big part in trying to contain it, but they're making barely any headway. It's grown to 83 square kilometers since it started just 2 days ago. It's already destroyed more than 100 structures, and about 10,000 people have been ordered to evacuate. So let's take us right there to the scene of all of this. Camarillo, California. Steve Futterman, back from the election in Pennsylvania and now back at home in California to a disaster unfolding. Steve, I mean, this looks horrible very quickly. What is the latest?
Well, you can see the home behind me, Heather. This is one of 132 homes that have been completely destroyed. Around 88 others have been severely damaged. So we have just horrible damage and destruction here in Camarillo. Now, we talk about the Santa Ana winds being the culprit in all this. The Santa Ana winds are an annual event here in Southern California. At its peak the other day, they were up to around 125 kilometers per hour. So firefighters, when you have winds like that, not really much they can do. We heard from people who barely escaped. They were talking about fire embers flying through the air, crashing into homes. So you would have one home destroyed, the home next to it completely undamaged. So it's very not predictable which homes will be destroyed. Let's listen to a couple of people who unfortunately have lost their homes completely.
Station, I lost everything. The home I was in, I rented for 5 years, and it's completely wiped out.
We didn't get any kinds of warning. Right away, we have to evacuate with simple clothes, and I lost my everything, every single piece of my documents, everything, my money, everything.
So, I mean, these are examples of the destruction that people are facing right now. People have been forced to find new shelter. Around 10,000 people have been ordered to evacuate. Now, not everyone leaves their homes, but that's the general order here. We've heard about some dramatic evacuations, too. People are trying to escape on roads, and a tree fell in front of them. They had to find a way to get their vehicle over a tree. They did finally escape. So just a horrible situation here. And over the next month or so, we're going to have these Santa Ana winds back and forth. It's going to be very problematic in many areas.
I'm going to say, Steve, unfortunately, whenever we talk about wildfires in California, we often talk about these Santa Ana winds. So where are our forecasters thinking they're going to go? And as far as rain or conditions, what's in store today?
Well, today should be a relatively good day, we hope, because the winds began to die down last night. We do think right now, technically 5% containment. That was the number last night. We expect this morning when the new numbers come out, the containment numbers should rise. But today, firefighters really hope to get some hold over this fire with the winds dying down. But next week, the winds are going to come back up. So this area, other areas in Southern California are really on alert right now. People who live in fire areas really on alert right now for the next few weeks as the Santa Ana winds are expected to come back and forth throughout the upcoming days.
Steve, thank you very much.
Thank you, Heather.
Steve Futterman on the story for us this morning.